What's going on, everybody? C4 here. So I was, just finished recording the Carlos Hyde video, getting ready to go to have a little nap. And then breaking news, Adam Schefter on Twitter, the Philadelphia Eagles are re-signing linebacker Nigel Bradham, 5 years, $40 million deal. No idea how they squeeze this on the books. People are saying that there's reports that they may be trying to shop Michael Kendricks, which again, if you told me right now, between Nigel Bradham and Michael Kendricks, who would I rather? It'd be probably Nigel Bradham, given they're like the same age, right? And I think Nigel Bradham's just a little bit more important. Michael Kendricks has been up and down, coming up and up season, which does increase his trade value, even though his cap hit's nothing special. But this is actually something I was going to talk about actually on a Twitter video. Is like when you're seeing the money that's going around in free agency, is Vinny Curry's contract really that bad for the production that you get, especially in the run game? Is like all these contracts that the Philadelphia Eagles have that are perceived as bad, like they're decent players. It's like one of those deals where like the players that we have, we'll just use for example, Michael Kendricks and Vinny Curry. Both these guys are coming off very strong seasons and they could start on pretty much any defense in football. But people look at their contracts, between 6 and 8 million, somewhere like that. They think that's an ugly deal. But when you see like the kind of money that the Ravens are throwing around at Ryan Grant or DJ Hayden, a clear bust getting almost $20 million, it's not that bad. They're not great contracts, but in relation to today's market, they're not that bad. So I think at the Philadelphia Eagles, that's why we haven't heard much news on the Vinny Curry front, because I think there's definitely some suitors for Vinny Curry. There's definitely going to be some suitors for Michael Kendricks if that's the guy they're trying to shop. They've been reworking deals. They've reworked Lane Johnson's deal. They reworked Michael Bennett's deal. There was a rumor that they reworked Brandon Brooks' deal. I don't know what the validity of that was. I can't find any confirmation. But Howie's backloading these deals, as long as they do it carefully, and Howie's done nothing to steer us wrong that he won't be able to do that, it's looking nice. Like, this is excellent. If they can still somehow, like, reports were that they're working on re-signing Patrick Robinson. If the Eagles can still find a way to re-sign Nigel Bradham and Patrick Robinson, and by doing that cap, maybe just shuffling off Vinny Curry, there's a way, somehow, some way, we can't put it past Howie, that we can walk away free agency, keeping Michael Kendricks, somewhat unlikely, keeping Michael Kendricks, re-signing Nigel Bradham, re-signing Patrick Robinson, adding Haloti Ngata. That's pretty goddamn scary, and had an excellent job from the general manager. Now, as far as Nigel Bradham, I almost thought it was a foregone conclusion that he was going to go. I thought a team maybe like the Giants, even though they brought in a guy like Alec Ogletree, they know firsthand what kind of damage Nigel Bradham can do in those NFC East matchups. He would have been a perfect fit for a team that has, needs to get better. Absolutely needs to get better. Pretty much Nigel Bradham would fit in any 4-3 defense across the league. I'm happy he's staying, man, because, when you look at our linebacking core, this signing does not eliminate Philadelphia going linebacker at pick 32. Because, like I said, either we're going to somehow, some way find a suitor for Michael Kendricks and shop him out and create a hole on that way, or you still look, and if we keep Kendricks, Hicks, and Bradham's the only guy that's healthy. That's consistently healthy, a guy you can rely upon. That's why he got this money. Jordan Hicks needs to have a big year. Needs to play all 16 games this year, or else he's not going to get re-signed. I don't think, because he's going to demand too much, and you're going to be gambling on the what-ifs. And Michael Kendricks is hurt all the time. He last year was healthy, but he's not on the field a whole lot. That's kind of how it worked out. When Michael Kendricks was getting a full amount of snaps, he was getting injured. And then when we started having him in a heavy rotation where he wasn't on the field a whole lot, he started to get a little bit more healthy. But is that really valuable to the Philadelphia Eagles? Maybe we can pawn off his really solid season to a team that thinks he could start once again, but in reality, we're pretty much nursing him, trying to keep him healthy by limiting the amount of snaps he can. But ultimately, Howie Roseman's a goddamn god. I don't know what's going to happen at all. I still would assume with the money that I think we got over the cap, because we had to release Eagles great Brent Selleck, which kind of stung. And obviously Trey Burton went to the Chicago Bears, and Trey Burton basically actually kind of like shots fired at the Eagles front office, said he was hurt, and he was upset with the way they handles, because I guess Philly didn't even offer him a deal to stay, which makes me like, what if? What if we back-ended his deal? Obviously we couldn't pay him much right now, but if we could find a way to back-end a Trey Burton deal, maybe we could have, kept him on the books, because it sounded like he wanted to stay in Philadelphia. Obviously coming off the Super Bowl, you want to, see if you can continue to keep that going. But I don't know how Howie Roseman's doing this, but ultimately, when you looked at all of the available free agents for the Philadelphia Eagles, Nigel Bradham was the biggest one. He was the big fish that Philly wanted to try to keep, and pretty much everyone thought it was a foregone conclusion that he was gone. We were not going to be able to match whatever he wanted contract-wise, And, I mean, there's a chance that a surprise cut could be coming. There's a lot of people on Twitter, not me, I don't think it's happening for a chance in hell, that Brandon Graham might be getting shuffled around. You have Ronald Darby's name in the mix, and obviously, like I just said at the top, in Michael Kendricks. But ultimately, man, the Eagles signing Nigel Bradham is just... It's excellent. There's no other thing to say but excellent. 5-year, $40 million. That's at market value. It's actually like less than what Anthony Hitchens got, I believe, per year, which is great. Because if Anthony Hitchens sent the market, I think we're paying just slightly below market value for Nigel Bradham for this market. And Howie's a goddamn god. You know, I would just say the one thing I could end out to be cautious about this, because it's one of those deals where like we're almost looking like the Jaguars a little bit. Like, how are the Philadelphia Eagles affording this? It would be... We might not be out of the woods. There could be some surprises coming to free up this cap space. I don't know. I don't have a guess. I can't confirm that that's going to happen. But I'm just saying there might be more than meets the eye when it comes to being able to pay Nigel Bradham this type of money. That's all I'm going to say. But I mean, this is excellent. Let me know, Eagle fans, how hyped you are in keeping our defense intact, keeping Nigel Bradham here. Pump, man. This is unheard of. A Super Bowl team does not get better. A Super Bowl team, a team coming out of the Super Bowl, they lose so much. We've seen it almost every year. Even the Patriots, the great Patriots, when they win, they lose. They have a pretty much... Last year was probably the only year that I didn't see a lot of roster turnover in the defending Super Bowl champions. Usually you get a roster turnover and you have a coaching staff turnover. Obviously, the coaching staff happened with the Eagles, but we've got better. We've debatably got better on defense throughout this free agency period. It's awesome, man. So, yeah, let me know what you guys think of the Bradham deal. We probably will be back later at some point today talking about some football news. So if it's your first time stopping by, don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button. And until next time, it's C4 saying peace out and fly, Eagles, fly.